My name is Karen Burton. I teach religious studies as an adjunct professor at Maryville University in St. Louis, and I'm here today to answer a question my students often ask me. Is the organization that calls itself IS, the Islamic State, formerly ISIS, Muslim? Are they really a part of the Islamic religion? Well, here to answer that question, I brought a few props to help me, mainly ears of corn, which all Americans understand, right? Let's say that this particular ear of corn is the religion of Islam. It is a well-formed thing. It has many layers, it has a purpose, it even has a direction. It has a sacred text, it has over 1 billion followers in the world, and it has a prophet, a history, and narratives. It forms a religion, and when we study it, we study many things. We study about the Shahada, we study about what is required to be a faithful Muslim. We learn about mosques, we learn about daily prayers, almsgiving, many things. So this is Islam. If you were to unpeel the layers underneath, you would find this. And in this lay all of the pieces of that world religion. All of its text, all of its stories, all of its traditions, all of its practices, all of its narratives, all of those things lined up in an order, and they've been lined up through history by the followers of this religion, and they form its core, or if we were talking about this ear of corn, we would call it the meat of the corn. That which makes it corn is all found here lined up in these neat rows, kernels of the piece of this world religion, right? And over the years, what happens is that thousands and millions of people begin to travel through those kernels, and they are these silks, pilgrims that travel through. They practice, they walk, they are faithful. And by doing this, they allow the kernels to line up, they protect them, and they help define their shape and their purpose. And they also have a very lovely wig on the end. But these are the followers of a major religion. So we have the religion in all of its parts. Its kernels that form its fundamentals or its basis. Its followers that line out the path. And finally, the religion itself, covered in hundreds of years of layers of traditions and evolution and clerics and all of the things that are necessary to pass a religion from one generation on to another. So if we take the kernels of Islam and we decide that there are a few pieces of it that we would like, we can take some off just like that. We can put them in a bowl. And I even have a few followers in there. I have some kernels, maybe some pieces of the Quran, maybe a bit of a tradition. I can put it in here. Now what I have is definitely related to this. However, it is not this. I would suggest to you that when a group such as the Islamic State forms itself, it begins like this. But then it begins to add the things that it prefers. Its own philosophies, its own political agendas, and its personal view of the world, be it the need for revenge or defining who or what is evil. And then when you mix it all up, this is what you get. And lovely as it is, and colorful as it is, this does not equal this. It is easy in the world we live in to take a name or a title, place it on oneself, and claim it to be who and what we are. But that does not make it true. Islam is not represented by a few of its kernels. It is represented by the whole of its history and its parts, as are the other religions of the world. And you would say, well, this kind of twisting of the fundamentals of a religion could only happen in this religion? Think again. It hasn't been so long ago in history when across the southern United States, another group of terrorists traveled around in the dark using a religious symbol that they claimed as their own, and they burned it. They burned it on lawns, they burned it on churchyards, they burned churches, they murdered people, all in the name of this religion. And they called themselves the KKK. It can happen in any world religion when the kernels are stolen or misappropriated or rearranged to fit an ideology or a particular agenda. So no, IS is not Islamic, and it is not a state, and it may call itself whatever it likes, because today I've decided to call myself royalty. And so from here on out, all of you can address me as Your Highness. But that doesn't make me a queen. And all of the people out there in the world claiming to, to represent this religion or that, it does not make it accurate. So think, use the brain that you're given, and look for those that walk paths of faith if you want to really understand what a religion is about and what its purpose is. Till next time.